Which one is the best video editing software for you right now in 2020? Well, here's our roundup of the latest options with our picks for the best video editors in every category. From the best free software to paid and professional options, with everything you need to know to help you decide which one is the best one for you. Now, before we start, I should mention that all the links of the softwares mentioned in this video will be given in the description. Make sure to check it out. Now, in this video, I'm going to share top 16 video editing softwares, which is listed something like this. The first 8 softwares which I'm going to mention is the paid one, and the rest will be totally free. All these softwares are being used in different platforms such as Windows, Mac, Linux, Android and iOS. So whether you are totally new in the editing platform or intermediate or probably professional, you will get a pretty good idea about which software you need to choose for editing. So without further ado, let's get started. Number 1 in our top 16 list is none other than Adobe Premiere Pro. If you are a Windows user, Adobe Premiere Pro is the best video editing software available right now. This one's a bit of no-brainer. Premiere Pro is an all-singing, all-dancing video editor from one of the biggest names in the industry, which is used by multitudes of creative professionals. If we talk about its capability, then its navigation layout, which is incredibly easy to use because it organizes your application window using a series of tabs at the top of the window known as workspaces. Each workspace gives a slightly different layout to accomplish different tasks, such as instant access to a series of introductory tutorials, easy access to video and audio effects and transitions, as well as commonly used graphics and titles options, and also so many things. Besides, the Lumetri color panel is extensively armed with some Lightroom style color adjustment displays for accurate color grading and cinematic color styling. Also, under the graphics workspace, it's simple to pick from a host of pre-made titles and graphics templates in the essential graphics panel and edit them bespoke to your project. And the stock audio assets, which gives you the ability to trawl through the Adobe stock library, download and license royalty-free music, which is sorted by mood, genre and other filters such as tempo and duration. You can even filter for soundtrack that include or exclude vocals, particularly handy if your project has a bold narrative already. It's also possible to preview the music from the panel without having to import into your project, with the added ability to skip through the track seamlessly using the inbuilt waveform display. Now let's talk about the system requirements. Adobe Premiere Pro supports on both Windows 10 and Mac operating system. Each operating system needs at least Intel 6th Gen or newer CPU and AMD equivalent. And we all know how important RAM and graphics card is for video editing. Both machines needs at least 8 GB of RAM, 2 GB of graphics or VRAM as per Adobe instructions. But I would say if you can afford more RAM, then don't hesitate to install more. Now if you talk about the price range is something like this. If you want to go for an annual plan with monthly payment, then it will cost you around $21 per month. And if you can afford an annual prepaid plan, then it will cost you around $240 per year. You can also use the monthly subscription, which will cost you around $32 per month. Also, if you want to get hands on the Adobe stock, then you have to add around $30 more for Adobe stock. Now, if I want to purchase the Adobe Premiere Pro and can afford annual prepaid plan, then I would go for that. But if I can't afford the annual prepaid plan, then I would go for the annual plan with monthly payment, because this will save me some money as per my understanding. By the way, I wouldn't bother to get the Adobe stock subscription. It doesn't mean that this isn't good. Adobe stocks have so many royalty-free things and a lot of other good things too. But there are lots of other ways to get almost the same things with or without costing money. Now, should you choose Adobe Premiere Pro? In my opinion, whether you are a casual user or seasoned pro, Adobe Premiere Pro 2020 has everything you need to edit your videos. This is a wide range of tools on offer and it's laid out beautifully. Beginners may be overwhelmed by the mirrored features and might have to spend some time. Actually, not some time, a good amount of time depends on your learning rough and getting used to the editing workflow. But this isn't unique to Premiere Pro. However, it should be mentioned that this is the pro software Adobe offers for video editing. Also, Adobe has done well to help the amateur by providing a learning workspace with easy to follow tutorials guiding the user through the software. Any creative user, especially with a design background, will find Premiere Pro useful for putting together not only video but audio and graphics too, including animations and titles. So if you are a beginner and you have both time and money and also have the patience to learn, then go for it. No question about that. Or else wait for some other options I have listed in this video. Number 2 in our list is the Final Cut Pro as the best editing software for Mac. And as you would suspect with Apple, the must-have editor is completely easy to use and comes packed with enough features to cost the price tag. I like the grouping tools, effect options, and the straightforward way you can add and edit audio. If you are already entangled with the Apple's ecosystem, you will appreciate how Final Cut cleverly coordinates with your photos or iTunes collections. And if you want time to try it out properly, then good news. In response to the COVID-19 crisis, Apple has recently bumped up the 30-day trial period to a very generous 90 days. Now, before we talk about the pricing, let's get to know the various features which put it as number 2 in our top 16 list. So the features are great and simple. It has a powerful media organization with incredible performance, including compiling customizable effects, which means it has beautifully animated and easily customizable 2D and 3D titles. You can also change the look of titles, transitions, and effects using intuitive controls. Also, it has integrated audio editing, and the most important thing for most of the editors, as like Adobe Premiere, Final Cut Pro also has intuitive color grading, which improves the look of any clip with one-click balance color. Besides, you can manipulate different colors, saturations, and exposure to the color board. And if you want more advanced color settings, the powerful color wheels and curves for precise adjustments with keying and mask are there for you. Now, obviously the system requirements are pretty straightforward. The Final Cut Pro supports on Mac operating system for 10.14.6 or later. Also, you will be needing 4GB of RAM and 8GB is recommended for 4K editing, 3D titles, etc. And also at least 1GB of VRAM with 3.8GB of available disk space. Now let's move on to the pricing. It will cost around $300 with one-time payment. Now, should you choose Final Cut Pro for editing your videos? If I have a Mac and I have the money to spend, and the most important, if I already have some experience with video editing, then I would go for that. But if I'm just a beginner, I would love to go with iMovie. Final Cut Pro X and iMovie are both great softwares, but I would build my experience on a free and effective software first. Besides, iMovie should not be undervalued. It has a lot to offer. Your success with any editing software depends on your knowledge of how to use it. iMovie can seem pretty straightforward, and it is, but you can learn a lot of hacks and tricks to sharpen your video editing skills on iMovie. The next one is Adobe Premiere Elements. Yes, Adobe makes another entry in this list with Premiere Elements, a great choice for both beginners and experienced editors. It isn't as complex as the more heavyweight Premiere Pro video editing software, which is best suited to full-time professionals. But Premiere Elements is still packed with excellent features, such as face detection, audio effects, and bundled soundtracks. And it's friendly to use too. Whether you are an editing newbie or a pro, automated functions such as motion tracking and smart tuning will make your life a lot easier. The same can be said for the video stabilization option and simplicity of editing. Premiere Elements comes with all the video effects you would expect in a consumer video editor, like transitions, chroma keying, opacity, and so on. The media library is also intelligently organized with smart searches, making it easy to find finished and draft files. And the system requirements for Adobe Premiere Elements is something like this. For Windows, you need to have 2 GHz of faster processor with ACC2 support or a dual-core processor for HDV editing. Also, you need Intel Core i7 or above and 16GB of RAM, which is recommended for 4K editing. By the way, 32-bit operating system version is not supported, and also Windows 7 will not get supported, so you must have Windows 10 if you are a Windows user. And for the Mac operating system, you will be needing 64-bit multi-core Intel processor, Intel Core i7 or above, and 16GB of RAM recommended for 4K editing. Also, Mac operating system version 10.13 or later. And the most important, you will be needing at least 4GB of RAM, but 8GB is recommended. And at last, the price would be $99.99. And if you already have the earlier version of Premiere Elements, then you can upgrade your software with $79.99. If you compare Premiere Elements with the other pricing list, this is affordable and cheaper. But still, should you choose Premiere Elements as your primary video editing software? For the beginners, the smart decision would be, as I have said earlier, at first try some free editing softwares and get comfortable with it. After that, try some other free editing software which is pretty advanced, which you can get in the upcoming list. After, when you get some experience with different kinds of features and tools, then I would suggest you to go for the paid version of editing software. Basically, in my opinion, it doesn't matter which software you are using for your editing purpose until you are satisfied with the output of your final product. Number 4 in our top 16 list is the Adobe Premiere Rush. Any PC using video editor worth their salt has invariably used Adobe software at some point. Adobe Premiere Rush takes all the best bits that Adobe has perfected over the years and transport it to the palm of your hand. Yes, you can use this software on your phones too. Adobe Premiere Rush supports both Android and iOS, including your Windows and Mac PC. For Windows users, the minimum requirements is multi-core processor and Windows 10 64-bit with 8GB of RAM. And for Mac users, you will need Mac operating system version 10.13 or later with 8GB of RAM. Yes, there are some common types of requirements like hard disk and all, but I think which you can find out by yourself. So what does it offer to the editors on the go? A straightforward user interface that will be immediately familiar to users of Premiere Pro or Elements. 4 video tracks, 3 audio tracks, easy instant export to your social media accounts, in-app editing tool, and the list goes on. It's no wonder that it recently went to the top of our best video editing apps countdown. And also, yes, you can give it a good go for free with the Rush starter plan, but it's only enough to export 3 videos. Luckily, it doesn't cost a lot to grab for the full version of Adobe Premiere Rush app on iOS or Android. The price will be $9.99 per month, which I think a lot cheaper than what it does. So should you choose Adobe Premiere Rush for your primary video editing software? Both beginner and enthusiast on mobile can use this software without any complications, and also there is a PC version of this software which all of you can try. So if you are comfortable with the price, you can go for it. No problem at all. Number 5 is Corel Video Studio Ultimate. The editing software is only for Windows users, both for beginner and intermediate editors with a well-designed interface. A well-designed interface means it's very easy to get going with straight away, and yet it doesn't lack in any features. There's multicam editing, 4K video support, 360-degree VR video support, a music library and loads of effects and lot more. Even the pricing is not bad at all. It will cost only $50 with the 30-day free trial. If you think about the features with the one-time price, I think it's a pretty good one to start. Other than price and features, you will also need some system requirements for smooth running. CVS Ultimate supports all Windows 10, Windows 8, Windows 7 but 64 bits only. The processor requirements will be Core i3 or AMD A4 series for standard videos, and Intel Core i7 or AMD Athlon A10 for HD and UHD videos. And most important is the RAM. You will be needing 4GB or higher, but 8GB highly recommended for HD and UHD videos. Other than that, the rest of the requirements are pretty basic. Number 6 is Filmora from Wondershare, which I think you already heard about. Wondershare's Filmora 9 is a strong video editing tool for enthusiasts or those just getting started with editing. The intuitive interface should make it easy to get started with, and there are built-in titles, effects and filters designed from the creators of different platforms. There's also a library of royalty-free sound effects and music to give your videos a cool impact, plus the ability to record your media to include directly within the tool. Supported operating systems for Filmora 9 are Windows 7, Windows 8.1, Windows 10 but 64-bit operating system, and the processor requirements will be the Intel Core i3 or better multi-core processor, 2 GHz or above, and Intel 6th Gen or newer CPU recommended for HD and 4K videos. Now RAM. You will be needing at least 4GB of RAM, which is recommended, but from my own experience, I would say 8GB must for smooth editing and more for 4K and other kinds of stuff. For graphics, Intel HD Graphics 5000 or later, or Nvidia GeForce GTX 700 or later, or AMD Radeon R5 or later. But at least 2GB of VRAM and 4GB would be enough. Price-wise, there are a few different options to choose from. If you are just starting, the free version includes all the same features and tools as the paid tool, but all your videos will have a brand watermark on them. You can then choose between a 1-year plan and a lifetime plan for a one-off fee. Also, there is a supercharged unlimited plan, which throws in unlimited downloads from their stock library and new effects each month. On number 7, we have Cyberlink Power Director in our list. Cyberlink Power Director is a pretty advanced software for pro video editors. This is an excellent video editing software that delivers professional and high quality features without a Hollywood budget. Get cracking on the 100-track timeline and you will soon find yourself making the most of multitudes of stabilization and video correction tool, professional effects, multicam editing, motion tracking, and surprisingly easy trimming. There is 360-degree video editing as well, together with support for all the file standards and formats you can imagine. And if you are finding it all a bit of struggle, then there are plenty of video tutorials to help to get you sorted. The minimum system requirements for Cyberlink Power Director will be Microsoft Windows 10 or 8 or 8.1, 7 but 64 bits operating system only. Processor Intel Core J series or AMD Phenom 2 and above. 4 GB of RAM, 120 MB VGA or VRAM or higher. Storage, 7 GB available space. Also Windows compatible sound card is required. And the pricing will be for the lifetime license of Power Director 18 Ultra, it will cost you around almost £80. And for the lifetime license Power Director 18 Ultimate will cost you around £100. You also have the options for monthly subscription, which will cost you in between £10 to £20. There are some other pricing plans too. The links will be in the description, make sure to check it out. The next one is Pinnacle Studio for Windows platform, which is a good choice for video editing software for beginners. The system requirement for Pinnacle Studio is also not that much high. It requires Windows 10 operating system, which is pretty much recommended. But you can use it on Windows 8 or Windows 7 with 64-bit platform. The processor should be Intel Core i3 or AMD A4 3.0 GHz or higher. Besides, Intel Core i5 or i7 1.06 GHz or higher required for AVCHD and Intel QuickSync video support. And Intel Core i7 4th generation or later or AMD Athlon A10 or higher for UHD multi-camera or 360 videos. RAM 4 GB or higher but 8 GB highly recommended for UHD multi-camera or 360 videos. Graphics card 1 GB would be enough. Now the pricing of this software looks something like this. Going for Pinnacle Studio is worth it considering if you have never edited video before and want to deliver some good editing for the first time. It's cheaper than most of the paid for tools on this list. And you can always bail out if you find that it's not for you within the first 30 days. But honestly, we would be surprised if you need to. For your money, you get more than 1500 effects, titles and templates, extract HD video editing, handy coloring tools, a dedicated stop motion feature, time remapping and much more. And most features are an absolute doodle to use. So it feels like a genuine step up from free options without splashing stupid amounts of cash. It doesn't have the full suite of features that some others in this list offers, but that's not what Pinnacle Studio is all about. And if you try and like the Pinnacle interface and tools, you can always upgrade to one of the company's more comprehensive packages. In most cases, you are not going to get the range of features that you would get with paid software, but the free tools we have listed are surprisingly capable. If you have the talent, there is nothing to stop you putting together a technically accomplished production. Alternatively, if you have simple needs and just want easy to use software that sits between Windows Movie Maker and a top-end professional package, we have you covered here too. The first free editing software, which on number 9 in our top list, is Kinemaster. Kinemaster is a free and subscription-based video editing app available for both iOS and Android. If you think that trying to edit video on your smartphone or tablet is a pointless exercise, Kinemaster will make you think again. Available for Android devices, iPhones and iPads. We would describe this option as the best video editing software for Android because it goes way above and beyond what you would expect from a mobile app. It packs the ability to edit multiple layers, add handwriting and text annotations, experiment with up to 4 audio tracks and precisely edit at a frame and subframe level. We could go on with a long list of features, but perhaps the best endorsement is the average review score from the App Store and Google Play. Plus it's free. So it's probably worth just downloading this video editing app and give it a try. The next one is Davinci Resolve. This is a top quality color correction and audio mastering software. This is basically used on Windows, Mac and Linux based operating system. If you are interested on the overall system requirements for both minimum and top performance, then there you go. By the way, the interesting fact is Davinci Resolve is a free video editing tool used on a big budget film and TV production. It has especially powerful color correction and audio capabilities. So if those are priorities, then this could be the software for you. As well as traditional color features such as curve editors and primary color wheels, there is also facial recognition and tracking. So you can adjust skin tones, eye and lip color. For audio, Davinci Resolve uses Fairlight, a suite of high-end editing tools that enable you to mix and master up to 1000 channels. It's amazing that this software is available with nearly all the features present in the free version. If you are looking for the best free video editing software for Windows or Mac, this could be it. Number 11 on our top 16 list is Lightworks. Lightworks is another professional video editing suite that's been used on major Hollywood productions including Shutter Island, Pulp Fiction, 28 Days Later, The Wolf of Wall Street and Mission Impossible. So it's exciting that there's free version that makes it accessible to everyone. Amazingly, in the free version you get nearly all the features. The main restriction for the free license version is the output formats. You can only export a web compatible file at 720p. If you want to export a few projects into a different format with a fairly cheap price, you can buy a 1-month license for a relatively small fee. Lightworks usually supports on all Windows, Linux and Mac based platforms. But one of the most important aspects for a system to run Lightworks is the graphics card. Although it supports both Nvidia and AMD graphics cards, but I strongly recommend Nvidia should be the card of choice for anyone wishing to get the most out of Lightworks. Other than graphics card, you should consider 4GB of RAM, and keep in mind, as per Lightworks requirement, all versions are designed to run on Intel and AMD chipsets and motherboards. Lightworks is undoubtedly some of the best free video editing software for Windows 10. The superbly designed timeline enables a high degree of control, so you can trim and mix together your audio and video clips exactly how you want them. It's a powerful piece of kit for a freebie handling video capture and advanced editing with ease. On the downside, because it's a slimmed down version of a professional suite, you may find that the interface isn't the easiest to navigate. But there are plenty of good tutorial videos to help you get you up and running, and you won't have to pay a penny, as long as your project are non-commercial. Now this one is a little bit different. If you want to create a presentation for a project and you want to spicing up your presentation, then I would recommend you to use VSDC. You can add text, lines, charts and other special effects to your project. It also includes Instagram style filters, lots of special effects and including color correction and blurring. And there's a mask tool so you can apply effects to the part of your video. There is also a video stabilizer to help you for removing camera shake from footage taken with GoPros or drones, and a powerful chart tool for adding graphs to your presentations. The free version of VSDC will export to a range of different formats including AVI and MPG. If you are unsure about formats, you can even tailor the output so that it works well on particular devices for playback. It supports most video formats, so you shouldn't have any trouble importing your clips. No list of the best free video editing software would be complete without a mention of HitFilm Express. It's capable of producing feature films or music videos with 3D effects. But it is also a good video editing software for creating videos for YouTube, as directly uploading is built in. The free version of HitFilm Express contains everything you need to make a professional quality production. But in some case, you will benefit from expanding its capabilities by purchasing some of the advanced features. Add-on packs start from around $6 to $7, so you can pay for only the features you need and tailor the software to your needs for a reasonable price. By the way, HitFilm Express supports both Windows and Mac. In my opinion, if you are a beginner and you also have some low-end PC, then try HitFilm Express. It would be a smart move. On number 14, we have Shotcut. Shotcut is the tool for you if you have outgrown Movie Maker and want to go to the next level, but don't need the complexity of some of the other packages on this list. Its interface is uncomplicated and approachable, and you can even customize it to match your needs via dockable and undockable panels. It supports a huge range of formats, so you are unlikely to run into trouble in that department. Finally, there's a rich assortment of filters and quite advanced special effects that are easy to manage and apply. This is one of the best free video editors that will do anything you would need for the majority of your projects. It supports all 3 of the operating systems, and for better editing performance you should have at least 4GB of RAM, but more are better. Other than RAM, all the other requirements are pretty decent, so you don't have to worry about that. We are almost at the end of our top 16 list. We couldn't really end this list without at least a mention of Apple iMovie, the classic free video editing software for Mac. If you are a Mac owner, the program should already be preloaded onto your machine. But if you are an editing amateur, it shouldn't be overlooked. So what results can Apple iMovie achieve? Well, results is the right word, as the output you get from an iMovie made video are much better than you would expect from a freebie. It's really easy to make your footage sing, and you will be surprised how quick and straightforward it is to knock together a polished looking edit. If your laptop of choice is a recent MacBook Pro, then this is one of the programs that has fully functioning touch bar support. We would like to see support for 360-degree video and multicam editing added to future iterations. But otherwise, Apple iMovie remains a strong contender for the title of the best free video editing software. The next one and the last of our top 16 list is Apple Clips. which is the best free video editing software for social media videos. If you are just looking to shoot and edit a short and snappy video to share on your social media using your iPhone or iPad, then most of the video editing software on this list will seem like overkill. In contrast, if you are looking for a tool that is super quick and easy to use, we would recommend Apple Clips. This nifty little app lets you add stickers, titles, captions, soundtracks and filters to video that you import from your camera roll or just record there and then. You can download it totally free from the Apple Store. Apple Clips has recently been given some cool new features, including a duplicate button to make copies of your clips and split button to divide your clip into 2 sections, and also there are some cool features too. So that's all for today. I hope this video helped you by giving you the information you need. Well, the goal was to give you guys as much information as possible and help you guys to have a best editing experience. Well, don't forget to give a thumbs up and also hit the subscribe button. Also, you can share your thoughts in the comment section and let me know which editing software you are going to choose or you are using right now. So goodbye and see you soon.